Alright, what's up guys? TGIF, it's been a long work week here. Finally get to sit down and do what I like to do here. So we're just gonna do just some polishing on some minor stuff. All the big things are done. It's gonna be some good testing this weekend by Drew and some of his friends as far as the game goes. So these are just minor tweaks. I'll kind of give you an idea of what it is. So one of the changes is it's right here. This is basically, I'm just doing the biographies because there's a lot of inconsistency between the biographies, and some of them are just plain terrible. For instance, the one on the left is the original, and the one on the right is the updated one. Actually, I got an even more updated one here. Let me show you the latest one. There we go. So you can see there's just runoff on the original. Words are cut off because it's at the screen edge, and the formatting is just all over the place. You notice that the characters added in UMK3 have a different format for the way their name is displayed as well. So we're going to go through, I'm going to fix that. Also, we're going to put Rain's biography in there. He has a biography as well. I kind of forgot to carry that over. I made it, but I forgot to put it in there. And we're going to fix also a bug that I found with the biographies, because normally UMK3, it was on a persistent loop of showing just 4 biographies. If I remember correctly, it was Jade, Katana, Reptile, and Scorpion. I don't know why they did it. I'm guessing they were just trying to, show off the new characters for the new update when UMK3 came out after MK3. But we fixed that, and what's going to happen is when you start the game up, it's going to draw a random character, and then from that character it's going to cycle through. So it will not repeat the characters until it's already been through one cycle. So we're going to fix that problem, and also fix a lot of these crazy looking biographies. So let's get started. So we got Sonya. Sonya's is done. So we will pick up here, and we're basically going to relocate the biographies from the original location and put them in a new location. So we'll have room for the updates, so we can format them right so they look nice and consistent with one another. So I'm just going to lay out the characters here. Place some placeholders for all the characters. I just want to write down the list here of character IDs here. Okay, then we've got Robo Smoke. Actually, we have Smoke already right there, so we'll leave that. We'll leave him in there. Then we have Katana, which I don't see in there, surprisingly. So we'll add her in the mix. What's next? We got Jade. Jade's not in there, so we'll add Jade. And then we have Melina. Scorpion is not in there, so we'll put him in. And Reptile. Okay, so he's not in there. Alright, let's see. Back on track here. So Smoke, and then Katana, and Jade. And then that's what it is. We're supposed to have, going by character ID here, we will have Scorpion after Melina. And then we have Reptile. Now Reptile is missing, so we'll put him in the mix also. Let's see, Ermac, Classic, Sub-Zero, Human Smoke, Noob Saibot, and Rain. Okay, so we're good there. Yeah, the stream's just for Drew, by the way. And Drew is busy doing chores, so I told him I'd stream for him. Give him something to do. What's up, Master? Cesar, what's up, dude? How's your week? Oh, nice, Long Ann. That's pretty cool. You built your own MK2 cabinet, as well as I did. I rebuilt one from a donor cab that was waterlogged, and turned out really, really good. Good, man. I'm glad you like it. Good, good, good. It's good, man. Yeah, it's time to relax. 3-day weekend, man. It's been a long week. Feels like I did about 50 hours. All right, so back to our biography. So, and up here we have our jumps to our biographies, because these 4 hooks are what would normally be Jade, Katana, Reptile, Scorpion biographies, because that's the only biographies that they showed in Ultimate MK3. But as you know, if you've been paying attention to the project, we overhauled track mode quite a bit. Even got an alternate track mode that includes the storyboards from MK3. Alright, so this is our randomized bio routine that's going to run every time a biography is called to be displayed. And pretty much it's going to look to see if we have we're going to check a value in RAM that I'm storing to keep track of the cycle progress. And if it's the first one, we're going to randomize the character. And then we're going to look to see if it's Rain, if it's the last one. If it's the last one, we're going to reset. And so on. So, and there's a correction of Noob's name announcement also, if Noob Saibot is shown. Might have to add one for Rain as well. So Drew, if you can remember the ID for the for Rain's name announcement, that might be handy, because I think I'm gonna have to put that in there. Nice, that's cool, Long. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to go through these bios one by one. So we might be here for a couple hours fixing these bios, but I mean, what else do we have to do? It's the weekend. Alright, so I'm going to run this until we come to a biography, and then we'll have a save state where we can load biographies one at a time. And we can just restore our save state there and do all the biographies one by one. Alright, so there is our biography being loaded, and if we go in here, what we have to do also, before I forget, is we have to format this biography ID in RAM that we're using to track our cycle sequence. We want to format that to a negative number. That way we know that we have not randomized a character yet, and it's going to randomize the first one. Alright, so 131.04.60. And what I might want to do is, let's see, let's get that out the way, and let's format that before I forget, because without that randomizing, it's going to start us off at Sonia every time. So let's go in here, and I've got a couple helper routines here. Generic hooks, start round, kill, format. Okay, so what I want to do is, I don't think this is the one. This isn't the one. There's a script I got that formats RAM, which is necessary, especially after doing ROM checks, because all that garbage gets put in that scratch RAM. So let's see here. The second instance here, so I don't have to flip back and forth. And there is our scratch format. Format DMA. Okay, that's not the right one. Scratch format. I feel like I'm missing something here. We'll just follow this routine we're in right now. This routine here is wiping that area right now. So let's sure my jump for that is in here somewhere. Alright, so let's see, this is it right here. They've already got one in the game. Now MK2 didn't have this. MK2 didn't have a scratch one. I had to do that manually, but this one does it. So we'll jump into here, and what we'll do is we will tie into our current, what was that? Generic hooks. There we go. And see, I've got hooks here for start of round, end of match, stuff like that. So if we ever wanted to go in and add stuff, we can easily go in here and we know exactly where to do it to. So this is, what is this, FF81 C9DO. And this is scratch RAM format. So in this particular scenario, this is going to be handy because I want to add something to a certain address when in the scratches format, when it's all wiped to 0. So Alright, so this is going to be tricky though, because it looks like we have... I don't know why it does it. It's pretty much like a call, but it calls this particular routine, and then instead of having a return, it's just moving it back from the stack and then jumping instead of doing a return. Which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But what we'll do is we'll fix that. Because let's see, our stack pointer, that's why our stack pointer right now is in that range that's being formatted, so it makes sense now why they do that. They just retain the return in A3. So that's cool. We can still build on that. So what we'll do is, first off, let me go, I want to see how many times this routine is actually called. Because if it's just once, we can go straight to that Y instance, and we'll just hook right there. That would be the best thing. And it looks like we have 2 instances. So to keep things all on the same page, we're just going to modify the routine itself rather than the jump to the routine. Oh, nice, Anthony. I'm glad you're still enjoying it, man. Over in Cleveland, they call it Believeland now. I guess the Browns are on the up these days. They call it Believeland. All right, so let's see. So we have we need 3 words for a jump. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump to. We'll just call it scratch format. There we go. That was driving me nuts. Alright, so we're going to jump here, and what we're going to have to do is going to have to write our replicated bytes here. Actually, let's do this. No, we don't want to do that yet. And Kintaro on... No, that's not common, Anthony. That's that shouldn't crash at all. Let's send me a video of what's going on. I'll check it out. What's up, Arturo? How you doing? Alright, so the best thing we're going to do is we're just going to hijack this whole thing because there's really no clean way of doing it, and rather than jump back and forth a couple times, we're just going to write the routine out, just because of the way it works. It would be kind of hard to jump out and jump back in. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do this loop here. DSJS 3C42. That's the manual code for that. And jump A3 is going to be the end of it. I don't even play Steam. I don't know why I have that up here. More or less for my son. Alright, so we're going to replicate this routine to format the scratch RAM here. And then we're going to jump back as normal. But before we jump back, what we want to do is we want to make our RAM area that we are doing for our biography ID a negative number. That way we know this is the first time it's being summoned. So we're going to do a random character ID. Alright, so let's check our code. Let's double check. 09AF 008 600 091 9201 3C42, and we're good there. So that should take care of the character ID not being randomized at the first biography when the game boots up. Alright, so that's in place. We just gotta put our hook in there. So let's go over there and let's do CO80 FAEO FFFC. And the rest of that can probably be knocked out because it's not going to be used. So we'll just do that. So I remember now, this game, it originally the size wasn't all the way up. The scratch RAM was formatted, but it wasn't as much as we needed, so I had to increase it. So 0163 is our last word. Okay, so that's going to jump to our custom routine, and that should be good there. FAEO FFFC. Okay, so that's good. I will keep that open just in case. Good, man, good. That's good. I like to see everybody doing good. Alright, so our randomized bio routine has been fixed. Our RAM is formatted to a negative number. So now we just have to do our biographies here. So let's do this. Let's save this build and let's run it. Make sure that works as expected. And then if it's randomizing, then we can start doing our biographies. So first off, let me do. I'm gonna check out this generic hook here for our scratch RAM being formatted. That's the first thing I want to check. And here we go. Alright, so that's formatted. So 131.0460. That is our RAM we use for our character ID's bio. And there's our negative number being set. And there's our jump back. And there that goes. And what we'll do next is we'll go over to our biographies. We will put a breakpoint on the first one being called. Let me fast forward this. We'll make sure that that's working the way it should. What's up, Valentino? Yeah, man, I pray for you guys. I hope you guys are alright down there. Um, I think last I heard on that hurricane was a predicted Category 4. That was earlier this morning. I don't know if it's changed, but hopefully everybody stays safe down there. Alright, so here's our character bio being called. And we're going to pull the value from our character randomizer ID up here, and it should be a negative number, which is FFFF. And this little jump here is jump to routine if negative, and it's going to randomize the number between 0 and 1A. So we got D, and it's decrementing as it should, which is going to give us Shang Tsung's. You know what? I forgot to save the state. So we can do this breakpoint, and we can save that. So there's Shang Tsung. As you can see, look at this. This is terrible format, and look at that. So while we're here, let's fix that. Let's fix Shang Tsung's. Let's see here. So we've got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, A, B, C. So this is the location of Shang Tsung's biography. So what we'll do is we'll go over here, and we got FF9C B515, I believe it is, and here it is. So let's get all of his biography, which let's see, it ends power than ever, so that's where it ends. We'll go through here, power than ever, and then we'll make sure we'll get that. And let's come back over here. I don't know why I even used Notepad++. I really didn't have to do that. There's his bio, and let's keep our format about the same. So there's 6 spaces, it looks like. 6 spaces, and then we also have another line break after it, so there should be a space in between his name and the story. So after that, it looks like we have, first off, I'd like to comment the original location. So it's FF9C B518. And then what I can do up here is I can fill this in and point to Shang Tsung's new biography, which is down here. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Valentino. I lived in Florida as a kid, and I've never had a hurricane. I've never experienced a hurricane. I think we had a tropical storm or two, but that's about it. And I don't even remember that. This is just what I've been told because I was such a small child when I lived in Florida. Probably till about the age of 6, maybe 7. Kind of central Florida. We were Alright, let's see. What we got going on here? There we go. We're back. sure we're good. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, sometimes my son just decides if he's not doing very good on Xbox Live, it's the internet, so he will just pull the plug on it and reset it. There, we look like we're good now. Okay. Hopefully. Alright, so we're on Shang Tsung's bio. We're gonna fix this format because it's all jacked up here. Alright, so first thing we're gonna do is gonna add the little 6 spaces there, just so it flows with the rest of them. We get our double line break there, and then we just have to fix. Let's run out. Like we're gonna put a new line after through. But before tournament, so let's get that off screen so we see a little better. So we'll push that new line after the word through. Push our 6 letters over here, so we have to put one after but, I believe. So we'll put that one there, and we'll take the one out of ever scheming. And as soon as we put looks like we can put a new line break after Shang. So we'll do that. And we'll delete that. New line after that is, actually we're in the wrong spot. We want after Shang. Is instrumental in cons. Okay, so song is instrumental. So after instrumental, we're gonna have to have a line break there as well. Then our new line will be in cons conquest of. So after of, we'll have to do a new line there of Earth. And after the word bin, we'll have to do a new line here. So what we're doing is the \n is just returning. It's like a carriage return. It goes to the next line. And that's how this is laid out. So if you see a \n, that means it's the next line. And let's see, that one is that granted. Is he has now conquest. Conquest of Earth. Okay, so we have to take away this one. And let's see, Earth. Bin is good, and then granted. Yeah, we gotta put granted more power than. I have to put one right here, and that should do it for Shang Tsung. So what we'll do is we'll copy all that over, and then we'll test Shang Tsung's. Alright, so let's let's copy all that over, and we'll have to location for the biographies as well. There's going to be a hook for the biographies, which the old one was FF9C 2300. So what we're going to do is First of all, let's go over here to Shang Tsung's bio. And what we'll do is we'll get rid of this, as we are moving that, so that tells us that that's free, and we want to update that pointer to the array of the bios. So we'll do that real fast. And the old location is FF9C 2300, and we have one occurrence of that, so that's good. That means we only have to change it once. We'll put a little marker here, and this is bio array pointer, and that's going to just be biographies. So now we know that's going to be 17EO FFFD, and that's going to change as, oh, that shouldn't change too much because our routine is pretty much set in stone for the randomized bio. So let's build this, and so actually let's do this first. Since I've got all of these bios, let me see if I can FFFEOO. Okay, I'll keep those there for now. So let me copy all that over just to make sure I copied it over, and we'll check out Shang Tsung's just to see how it is. Okay, so good thing I copied it because I forgot to do it. And let's go here. Looks like we got some frames dropping. Alright, so let's move that out of the way. And let's get us a randomized bio here, and we will do, and we can breakpoint here. Alright, so there is our new one compared to our old one. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Formatting's a lot better. We have no more run off the screen. Yeah, it looks better. So we'll chalk that up as complete. Alright, so okay, so next, let's do Liu Kang while we're here. Yeah, I don't know. Did they even test this stuff? I mean, it looks pretty bad. Unfortunately, it does look bad. Alright, so we've got our markers here, and Liu Kang is... So let's mosey on over there to FF9C BE50, and here is Liu Kang's, and his ends with threat to Shao Kahn's rule. And there we go. There's that. So we can come back over here and we'll paste Liu Kang's in here. And like the rest of them, we want to do, actually Shang Tsung's got a little bit of a, we gotta add a space in there. There we go. Space in between the dashes. I mean, the inconsistency between the two games and the biographies is it's pretty noticeable. Is my mic quiet? Is that what you mean? You let me know. It looks like my mic is pretty good. It's kind of at the edge of the yellow, so it seems like it should be loud enough. Just let me know and I can adjust it. Alright, so let's see, Liu Kang's. His is pretty decent until we get over here to the thwarted word. So we'll have to add a couple. We'll have to rearrange the new lines around there. Alright, so let's do this. Alright, yeah, I just kind of maybe notched it up a little bit. Maybe raised my mic up a little bit. Alright, so we're looking for thwarted. Thwarted is our word. Let's get the code off the screen. Okay, so thwarted is a little off screen. So what we'll do is we'll just take this new line, we'll put it right before thwarted, and then we'll just go down the line and update it. Alright, so we want to change new lines from thwarted. Let's see. We can probably fit con schemes in there. Thwarted con schemes. So what we'll do is we'll take that new line. We'll paste it there. And let's see. In the past of all the. So we'll put one in after the. And that'll be the next line will start with humans. Humans. King poses the, so we'll put one after. Looks like the would be the next spot. Greatest threat to Shao Kahn. So you look at greatest threat to Shao. So we'll put after Shao, we'll put a new line. Khan's rule, and that is that. That should fix that. So let's build that and we'll test that out now. Alright, and that should be up here. Actually, let's do this. Let's get rid of Kang's old bio, because that's going to be free space to use. And Sundell will be the next one here, so we will check out Sundell's next as well. Liu Kang, so let's test Liu Kang's out. Alright, so we'll keep that one up there and then fire that up, and we will go to go here and make sure we specify Liu Kang as the character we want for the biography coming up. Well, Falcons fan, I have it off a little bit, like 6 spaces off. As you can see right there, I kind of want to center it more towards the paragraph rather than the screen, because it just looks, to me anyways, it looks strange like that. And for some reason my breakpoint did not go, so let's try this. Let's try this again. Okay, so alright, so D is our next one, which is Liu Kang. Oh, I see. We had a boo-boo there. We have to update Liu Kang. We forgot to update Liu Kang's pointer here. So, what I'm going to do first is put his old pointer here, which was FF9C. BE50. Alright, so alright, so we can fix that real fast. We can do this. We can just plug that in really quickly instead of rebuilding it just to test this one. Let's see, 37BO. FF9C 30BO. So this is the right spot, so let's roll with it. FFFD. And we'll just let it run through here again real fast. Okay, so we got Jax. You see I fixed Jax's. So Jax's looks pretty good. It's kind of close to the edge in the the 5th line there. Yeah, I'm doing it for all the characters, so I can just that's gonna be why I got all of them, because they're all gonna need some kind of adjustment. Oops, let me go back. I forgot to change my ID here. So AO equals C. So that should give us Liu Kang. And FFC 37. D, let's see, Melina. Something's off here. Yeah, something is definitely off. My character ID stuff is off because, let me go down the list here. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, A, B, C, D. Oh, you know what? That's why I changed the wrong one. Yeah, we went FF9C BE50. I thought when I was filling this in, it wasn't right. Not a problem. Be easy fix here. So we got Kang there, and then this is where we want to be. All right, cool. So that is 37BO. So that looks a little better. I was kind of confused there because I knew something didn't look right, but where is, oh, my debugger's up here. I'm looking at the wrong one. I'm wondering why I'm not getting. 37BO, that's good. So let's get that out of here. Okay, so that looks pretty good. So Liu Kang's is good. Looks a lot better. A little before and after. Alright, so we'll let that roll through and we'll catch the next guy here. Which should be Robo Smoke. That should be okay. It barely fits on there. Look at that. Barely fits on. That's the sword's probably going to be a little off on a CRT. I can guarantee you that. Well, maybe not. Not if you're dialed in right. Alright, so we'll do Smoke's good. Next is Katana. Let's see. Katana's got Liu Kang because obviously we were off. We were off with that that pointer there, but that's fixed. So what we're gonna do is let's just paste this over there. Get a new build real fast, and we'll relaunch it. Let's start from the beginning. Let's do Kano's. Alright, so that's good there. Alright, so let's get this first bio randomizer here as our breakpoint. Yeah, I agree, Arturo. It does look a little bit like MK3, the way they had it. Alright, so let's do a state save there. And it's going to pull a negative number, so it's going to randomize. And it's randomizing Shang Tsung here, but let's change that to Kano. Oh, wow, look at Kano's. Man, we've got a couple words running off. Is that? Yeah. Alright, so Kano's is a hell of a bio here. This is going to be kind of challenging because so it may end up down here on the last line, like Robo Smokes. Alright, well, let's get to ripping Kano's here. Alright, so we want to get this extra space in there after his name. See, they kind of, when they did this bio, you can tell this is probably one of the first ones they did. They were, they dragged it on quite a bit. I mean, they probably could have did something like, instead of saying Kano is thought to have been killed, since his name is already up there, they could have just merely put thought to have been killed. So they were probably wanting to do maybe a little bit longer bios for all of them, but they kind of realized they didn't have that much room. Or most likely, like I said, this is probably the first one they did, and they were really trying to put as much as possible in there. So if we push this over, let's see, if we want to fix this outworld, again, is kind of on the edge here. It's maybe a pixel off, maybe two, but I'm just afraid of running out of room down here. So kind of got to pick our poison here because it's going to run down low. So we can probably deal with this word again being fine there. But we'll probably have to put outworld on starting on a new line, and then push the rest down. Yeah, this bio is just, I'm just looking at this bio and it's defeating me. It's like, wow, what do I do with this one? What do I do with this bio? Do I just leave it and add the line, the space after Kano? You know, to follow formatting. Um, there's really no, they don't really align the text per character. It's all just generic. So you really can't slide it over a little bit, and in this case it probably wouldn't look good anyways because it would be covering his face. Do I start writing slang for some of these words, like the letter B4? I can put B4. Well, I was thinking about that, and I bet world would probably fit WORLD. Yeah, it'd probably be on par with it again. It would be just about. Okay. We can probably do that. Take out the. Alright, so we'll take out the. Okay, so does remove. He's found alive in Outworld. And we can put Outworld on the same line, so we can get rid of that new line. We'll put that after Outworld. And our new line is going to start on where he once again. And then before would be the next word we want to end our line. So we'll go over here. And then our new line is going to start on the actual Outworld. Let's see, before the actual Outworld invasion. You know what I forgot to put on? I forgot to put on, let's see, do we have... Oh, cool. Where was I? The actual capture by Sonya. Before, okay, now the next one is the actual Outworld. Okay, so that's gonna be one line itself, the actual Outworld invasion. We can probably do in with the hyphen for the actual Outworld invasion. We can kind of do that. Kano convinces shall. So after shall, we will do the next new line. So that should be good. And Khan to spare his soul. Khan to spare his soul. So that's going to be one line. And after soul, we're going to put the next line. So we'll remove that and put it there. And then Khan needs someone will be 2 would be the last one there, so we will put that there and teach his warriors how to, and then we'll use Earth's weapons. Okay, and that's got a new line there, and that should be good. Alright, so that should do it for Kano. What we gotta do before I forget is update the pointer to Kano. And let's do his old location here. I always like to do this. So we'll do that, and then FF9C. Kano. Okay, so Kano should be good. Let's go to the next one. We'll just do a couple at a time. That way, we can kind of move on. Okay, so Sonya's already been fixed. Jax has already been fixed. We get Nightwolf in here, and then we'll change his, and then we'll copy it over and check Kano's and Nightwolf's. Okay, so we got Nightwolf. Nightwolf's pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, so let's go over here and clean up a little bit. So we got Jax is done. So what we're gonna do is we will wipe this area of the ROM there. Jax is good. Now we got Nightwolf, and Nightwolf's is pretty easy. Nightwolf's is pretty easy. All we have to do is just put a space in there. So that's so we've got that, and we got that, and Nightwolf is done. FF9C 6810. So update his pointer here, and he's good. And then what we'll do is we'll go over here to Nightwolf's, and we will wipe that. And so all the space, you know, we can use the space because we're ultimately relocating them because we have to modify some of them. Alright, so we can probably let this roll through if we want to do maybe like Sub-Zero maybe as well. Alright, so this one should be 4 is Sub-Zero. Okay, good. Let's see. So we have a couple. Actually, we have no runoffs. That's good. We have no runoffs. We can. Looks like we can probably just do a the space between the name and the paragraph. It should be good there. Soulless Assassin. So that is our last one. So we'll copy that and we'll put that over. Put that there, and we'll put our new line. So we have a space between the character's name and their bio. And then we'll go over here and we'll wipe that area of the ROM. And we'll update FF9C70BO. 9C. Okay, there we go. Alright, so his pointer is updated. So let's continue on, and the next one should be, who we got? Striker. Striker's pretty decent as well, so all we'll do is we'll just copy that over and add the space. And we will update FF9C7B80. Alright, so there's Striker. Do I have? Okay, yeah, excellent. I do have a save state. So after Striker, we have 6 for Sindel. So let's look at Sindel's real fast. See how shorter the bios are getting as we go along? It seems like they just get tired of writing them, or just didn't put much effort into them. So Sindel looks pretty decent. What we'll do is we'll add our let me find her bio here. There we go. Okay, so there's Sindel's bio. Occupation of Earth. Alright, so that's hers, and what is FF9C C6B8? So that is her pointer, and we will get rid of that. Alright, so what's next? Yeah, that's crazy how it does it sometimes in the state loads. Should have next one roll up here right after this. Okay. Pretty good. Just gotta add the space. Alright, so we'll go over here. We'll format Sindel since we're done with hers. And we'll go up and get Sector's bio here. And we have, let's see, has no soul to take. Has no soul to take. Okay, so that is that one. Bio sector. So sector is FF9C84A8. Okay, so that's his. Alright, so after his would be Cyrax. Alright, so let's go. AO equals sector, which is, not sector. We want Cyrax here. Okay, Cyrax is looking pretty good, but we have to add the gap there, so we will get his. And his, I guess occupation of Earth is the last word. So copy that, and we will put this in here. Yeah, my Wi-Fi is through a little USB thumb drive deal. Maybe I should just buy a Wi-Fi card and try that out. Right now I just switched USB ports because it was in the back, and the little Wi-Fi dongle felt like it was pretty hot. So with any luck, maybe it would run better if it's cooler. So we'll see. Let's see, FF9C8F78. Alright, there's Cyrax, and looks like we're just going to go right down the line here. We'll do Kung Lao next. We'll just keep rolling. Kung Lao is pretty good. Just got to add the space. So let me format Cyrax's old one, and we will grab Kung Lao's. And let's see, what's the last words in his? Khan's Reign of Terror. Okay. That's a pretty short bio. Right, FF9C9A00. Okay, so Kung Lao's good. We'll put this in here. So his is updated. And next we want to do Cabal, which is going to be A. AO equals A, so we'll run with that. Cabal's good, we just got to add the space. Alright, so we'll try to keep an eye on. What's weird is when this thing was connected, the connection, this thing was slowly, like, it would come to a crawl. So I don't know, maybe that location on the back of the computer was a little too warm for that USB dongle for the Wi-Fi. So we'll see how it goes. Alright, so we are doing Cabals, and first let me go over here and format Kung Lao's old location, because we don't need that anymore. We'll free up some space in the ROM, and then we'll pull Cabals out of there. Let's see, Conquest. Alright, so that's FF9C A1E8. So that's his original location. And this is Kung Lao's. Oh, I'm sorry, this is Cabal's. So his is updated. Alex, only got a few more to go. So let's see. Next we have Shiva. Shiva's looks pretty good. No runoffs. We just got to put the gap in there. FF9C AB30. FF9C AB30. So that's that's her old location. And we can go over here to Cabal's and we'll wipe Cabal's old one out. And right after him we have Shiva's. So copy that, and then we'll just wipe Shiva's while we're over here on the ROM also. Alright, so we got Shiva's in there, and then next we need to do, okay, we've got Shang, Kang, Smoke. Alright, so next, let's do this. Let's load that state again, and now after Smoke we have Katana. So we'll load, I don't think I got, yeah, I don't have Katanas in here. So we'll load Katana in here. And Katana's character ID is F. Alright, Katana's looks pretty good. We have to add the dashes, but it's not bad. Alright, so we'll grab Katanas here. True pass. Okay, that's the last one. So we'll copy that. Alright, so she's already got that. That's good. And we'll delete that from ROM because we're good with that. 2600, I think, was her. Alright, so that's Katana's, and we'll just add her old one there as well. And next is, let's see, after Katana, we'll look at Jade's. Jade looks pretty good, missing the dashes. So we'll add those. And we'll just go ahead and we'll wipe Jade's real fast since we don't need it anymore. And there is that. Okay. Alright, so we got Katana, Jade, FF9C, 30BO. So we'll update that. So Jade is good. Let's see, so let's do next is Melina, so we'll run through. See, Melina is 11. Okay, Melina looks good. And that is, that's so weird because, where is, okay, Melina's good. So Scorpion and Reptile are the last ones, so let's check out Scorpions. Okay, here's my famous typo. I always put my R after the P in Scorpion for some reason. Alright, so we got Melina, FF9C, 39DO. that there, and then Scorpion. Where do we got Scorpion at? I'm sorry, that was Scorpion FF9C 39DO. This isn't needed, but it's just for reference. Alright, so let's go grab Scorpions. This looks pretty good. Just have to add the dashes. Alright, the last one's Reptile. We're just going to go ahead and just copy that over since we're here in the ROM. And we'll copy that over. And we'll just load that back and we'll just take a peek at Reptiles just to see how his looks. I believe it should be decent. Yep, just what I thought. We just need to add the dashes, so we're good there. So we'll go ahead and erase that from ROM, the old one. And that is all the bios. I guess we just got to run through and test them here. Let's see, after Scorpion we have Reptile. Let's probably check the other ones here. Let's check Air Max here. We've already got them, but Air Max good. So after him, we have to check Classic Sub, Smoke, Noob, and Rain. So Sub-Zero looks good. Smoke looks good. And the last one we gotta check. Oh, actually, we got Noob, which is 17, and then we'll do Emergence from the Darkest. Okay, Darkest is off a little bit. From the Darkest. We might be able to push Darkest to the next line. That would push a region. Yeah, we can push Darkest to the next one and push A. Okay, yeah, we can approve that. So what we'll do is from the Darkest, we'll push that on the next line. Darkest region of reality. We'll put A. We'll do the dash after that. Okay, so we'll do. Do the dash, and then I think I want to do. Well, Darkest region of reality. Okay, we're gonna put. Okay, we'll put the dash on the next line. Okay, a region known as another round. Okay, so that should be good there. What it's gonna do is gonna push Darkest to the next line, and then push dash A to the next line. So it should say emerging from the Darkest region of reality, dash a region known as the. Okay, so that should be good there. So let's do Rains here. At the Scorpion we have Reptile. I didn't update Reptiles yet up here. FF9C 4350. Alright, so that's reptile. And just because I want to be consistent, we're going to rename these. Alright, so let's go in here and let's see. AL equals 1A. Okay, it didn't like rain apparently, so let's see what's going on with rain here. Let's see, man. Oh, I see. Okay, because we've got to put in some placeholders here because let's see, it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, A, B, C, D, E, F, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and then we need an 18 and a 19, so theoretically in the character ID scheme of things, this would be Mataro and this would be Shao Kahn. That's probably our problem there, and this would be 1A, 1B. So that's probably why it didn't like that too well, but what we can do is we got to rebuild anyways because we got to check these, and range should be fine. Alright, so there is all the character biographies all in one spot there. And how far do we go down? FC, okay. So what we can also do is let's take a look. Okay, we've already did this 2300. Let's see. Okay, so these are the old pointers. So what we can do also is we can remove those. And what we'll do is we'll update our bookmark here and just to help us if we want to know what that was, we know what it was. Okay, so let's build it and let's test them. Because I think we're done with all of them. Alright, so let's start at Kano and just go down the list. Oh, looks like I have to go. I should have broken that breakpoint. Let's see, 1, 2. Randomized bio is going to be randomized character. Alright, so let's see. Oh, you know what? That's right. I have to. Oh, sorry, you guys were on the wrong screen. I have to update these. All 4 of these hooks. That's why. Okay, that's why. I totally forgot about that, so let's do that. And then rebuild here, because those are kind of important. So 1480, as you can see, all these are in the same spot, so it's going to make it easy. FFFD 1480. Alright, so those are good, and just for shits. Alright, so we're good on that. We can run this again. Totally forgot to update those 4 hooks that call the call the randomized thing. I'm surprised it didn't crash. You know, that's crazy. Oh well. Oh well, we're good. So now we should be able to hit this breakpoint now. On the first. Oops, you know what? I got the wrong. There we go. Had the wrong version of MAME there running. Alright, so let's do state save 0 there. And then we'll put AO equals 0 for Kano. Alright, so let's see. Kano's is a little off there, off the screen. Once again, escaped. Alright, that should be a lot better. Let's look at Sonia's. Alright. So AO equals 2. Let's try that again. Okay, Nightwolf looks good. So we want AO equals 4. Looks good. Looks good. Dells looks good. Sector looks good. Cyrax is good. Allows good. Balls looks good. Shivas looks good. Shang and Kang looks good. So we got CD and we got EF here. Those two look pretty good. It looks good. Leo looks good. Scorpion's good. Reptile looks good. Ermac is good. Sub-Zero's good. And now we got Human Smoke and Noob Saibot.
It's official. You suck.
Alright, Noob does good. And then let's do AO equals 1A. And Reigns is finally good. So Reigns is good. So that brings us to another test here. Let's do the biography routine again, because this is at the point to where it's going to reset and go back to 0 for the characters. Alright, so it's going to be 1A. It's going to compare to 1A. It's going to clear, and it should go back to Kano. Okay, excellent, excellent. So the only thing I want to do is update this once again. And because I shortened Kano's by a few words. I took out where he once again escapes capture by Sonya. I took out the once and just put where he again escapes capture by Sonya, because that was a run-on that was off the screen. And the same with Kano convinces Shao Kahn to spare his soul. It says Kano convinces Kahn to spare his soul, because the Shao part was running off the screen, and he's got a long bio, and there really wasn't any other room to accommodate those 2 extra words, because his bio was from top to bottom. So let's update that, and we will run Kano's, and we should be good to go. Easy work here, but it's kind of tedious. Takes a little bit of time to get it right, but it's worth it. Alright, so we will put a breakpoint there. Oh man, I missed out on the chat there. I had to refresh. Let's see, what was my last one at? Alright, there we go. Well, it should be better now. I think it was definitely my connection. I think it was the USB Wi-Fi adapter. Um, but we'll see because I moved it to a different USB port, one that's on the front of the computer, and there's not as much heat, pretty much not any heat, to where it was in the back. So we'll see. Hopefully that's all it was. Let's see. Yeah, OCD on the biographies. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Okay, so Kano's looks a lot better. A lot better. It's come along good. Alright, so bios looks like they're done. And you did say, Drew, that the sound effect for rain was the crowd gasp noise. I think that's what it played, so I think we're good on that. So this should be good.
Sonya.
Oh, this whole app, this whole thing here, that gets the job done. This app. You know what? See this here? This little manual code. This code is for DSJS opcode, not yet implemented in TMS app. And I also found that you can transfer, there's opcodes to transfer from RAM to RAM instead of going from RAM to register back to RAM.
Don't make me laugh. Here we go. Toasty. Toasty. Toasty.
So that's really not that big of a deal. Alright, so we have, let's see, we have bios done, so that's one last thing to do. I'm trying to think if there was a couple smaller things that... Alright, so we got one more thing I want to look into. Let's go back in here. Actually, let's go and let's use the other version of MAME here. I want to look into real fast. This should be an easy one. I'm looking at Melina's combo, the one that she has for the Alright, what is... Look up her combo. She's got a combo that doesn't look right. I want to see if we can fix it real fast. Doesn't seem to be a big deal. Seems like it should be an easy fix. I could probably find out what it is. What's weird is my controller stopped working. I wonder if I have a problem with those USB ports back there. The one that my connection was using for my Wi-Fi adapter. Alright, so it looks like we have to do this with the keyboard here. Let's see, low kick. What is low kick? Is that it? Yeah, that's what happens to your keyboard. Unless you're Parallax. Parallax can play really good with keyboard. Let's see, high punch. You have to put up... Alright, let me look it up because I can't get it. Alright, we got high punch, high punch. High kick, high kick. Let's see, she's got a couple combos here. Let's see if I figure out which one it is. High punch, high punch, high punch. Nope, high kick, high kick. I don't think it's that, but we'll... Alright, so we're gonna go try kick. Okay. Almost had it there. Pushing the wrong. Man, I keep just missing that high kick for some reason. Thought I got it, but that doesn't look like the one. Let's see something here. Will somebody get that? Alright. Yeah, I can't get it to work. I don't know. High kick down forward, low kick is what it's saying. Doesn't seem right. Yeah, I don't know. Guess I won't be looking into it. Yeah. It just must. They must do it with a. Um, let's see. Okay, so the high kick, high kick, down forward, low kick must be the same one that I was thinking of. Yeah, see, that doesn't look. That's not the one that I'm seeing. That looks weird. That looks good too. I don't know what I thought I saw, but I thought I saw the computer doing a combo that was like a really early reaction before they got the roundhouse. It was strange. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to do it on here with debugger, and this and MAME just slows my system down sometimes. Um, and I think the more symbols you have, uh, you know, the harder it works. But I'm not seeing what I thought. Yeah, I'm not seeing it now. Okay, that's probably it then. Let's do this. Let's try to find it. Yeah, computer probably just has a faster execution of it on that last move. Just looks really odd. That's funny. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's so odd. Pop up. Hmm. Oh well. I guess it ain't too big of a deal. I thought it was something different um, than what it was. I didn't realize it was a pop-up and they're just doing another move after the pop-up. I thought that was an early reaction to the end of the combo. Up there, Saw. Yeah. Let me see. Is there? sorry, I just said 102 FE20. We're gonna have a weird looking palette here. There it is. I don't think that's changing our offset for our floor position. So I don't think it's gonna do anything different. I know what you're talking about though. Oh well, it's not a big deal. I thought if it was gonna be something minor that was easy to fix, I was gonna do it to it, but definitely not good to push off the release for something like that. It isn't a big deal. No, I think it'll probably work with Cabal, but you look at his floor, look at his offset. He's too low. He's still got Scorpion's floor offset. So I think that's why it's not changing. If we went into his process, what is 106 BCDO, add 200 to that, so it'd be EDO. Would be Alright, so there's a floor offset change here. So he's taller now. It didn't really seem to make too much of a difference. No mercy for me, apparently. Alright, so we're just monkeying around at this point. Alright, so that was a little rabbit hole there. I went down. What's up, Shirayu? No, I'm not too concerned about it, Drew. Like I said, I thought it was gonna be something minor, maybe like a ROM edit. Um, so not too worried about it. All right, so we've got the bios done. The bios are pretty good. Those are working like they should. We have actually there was one little edit I wanted to do right here. All right, so that should probably do it. I can't think of anything else that I want to do. Just want to do the bios, just something short, but it ended up turning into a couple hours. Um, I gotta look at my computer problems as well. Gotta see what's going on with it. Hopefully I don't have a motherboard going on with those USB ports. Because the controller now doesn't work. I like how that turned out. That turned out pretty good. But there's no way I can beat the game like this. Especially without a controller, so. Just gonna leave it at that. Bluetooth? No. This is USB. This is a classic, the PlayStation Classic controller that came with that small PlayStation Classic earlier. It's a real nice controller for these types of games since it's USB. Alright, so that's let's get rid of this. Alright, so that's good, and 2v2 is good. We'll get out of that, and that'll do it for tonight. We got the bios done. There's probably yeah, maybe master. I don't know. There's something going on there with the with those USB ports. It seems like because I mean this stream so far after I switched it has been pretty solid. Haven't had any problems. So I don't know. We'll have to check that out. But anyhow, that'll do it for tonight's stream. We've got the bios done, and I think there might be one bug remaining, I think. I'll have to ask Michael. But I think that should be about it. And then it's going to be tested. Drew's going to have a nice little testing party at his house. So we'll see how it goes. If everything goes good, we'll have this out sooner than later. But thank you guys for watching, and you guys have a good night.